All right, grade 6 at SCIS. Would you guys like to help me in welcoming a few scholars that we have brought into our school? And these scholars are going to present on ancient Rome and the culture that existed. All right, let's give them a big round of applause.
Ancient Rome by Daisy,
Nina,
and Carol. Table of contents.
getting to know the background,
What is ancient Roman culture? Social organization.
customs and traditions,
Forms of government. Religion.
language,
Arts and literature. Economic systems.
citations,
A quote from Will Rogers. Getting to know the background. Rome was founded in 753 BC by its first king, Romulus. And Roman legend says Romulus had a twin brother called Remus. When people think about Rome, they usually just think about gladiators and people fighting, but that's not true. They were also great architects and engineers too. They built roads, walls that are now taken for granted. One of the most famous buildings left by the ancient Romans is the Colosseum. In that building, members of the public come to see different spots, including battles between gladiators.
What is Roman ancient culture? The ancient Romans had adopted their culture with their close-by countries, the Greeks and the Etruscans, which then made the Roman Empire. And this Roman Empire turned into a very big empire, affecting many places in the world, making them modern. And these modern ways of buildings still affected the world. For instance, the Colosseum, that is still in Rome and always ready to be visited. The Romans built many, many things. They built cities, bridges, really big, famous buildings like the Colosseum and lots more.
Social organization and social class. Traditionally, Roman society was extremely rigid. The boundaries between the different classes were strict and legally enforced. Members of different classes had to dress differently too. Only the emperor was allowed to wear a purple toga, while senators wore white. Despite the inflexibility of Roman society, advancement has always been impossible to select a few people to lead. Wealth and property were well-known routes to social advancement, as was patronage by the emperor. And one of the kings once made a horse a senator. It's really awkward.
Roman customs and traditions. One of the Romans' biggest traditions were the battling in the Colosseum. In the Colosseum, the Romans put gladiators and made them fight each other. Guards, lions, portrayed the emperor.
forms of government. The Romans established a form of government, a republic that was copied by countries for centuries. In fact, the government of the United States is partly based on the Roman model.
Religion and beliefs. Ancient Romans believed they were highly religious and kept a good relationship with the gods. They believed in gods and goddesses, and in a Roman legend, it says a person named Numa Pompilius, the second king of Rome, negotiated directly with the gods. The Roman gods and goddesses were quite similar to Greek gods. And a lectisternium is a banquet for the gods, and some of the main gods and goddesses were Jupiter, Juno, Mars, Venus, Minerva, Neptune, Ceres, Vulcan, Diana, and Bacchus, Mercury, and Vesta.
Language for ancient Romans. The language the ancient Romans spoke were Latin and Greek. But the ancient Romans spoke Latin. Latin became their language. Then the Romans chose Latin because it served them as language of power.
Arts and literature. Is one of the most famous Republic art books. These letters provided detailed information about an important period in Roman history.
Economic system. The economic systems of the Romans were one of the simplest and yet never complex. The Romans traded slaves just not to feed them and the Roman citizens. They traded citizens' fortunes, valuables, and all their riches. But the Romans also traded olives and various kinds of breads. The grapes, just of gold coins.
These are our citations.
Ancient Rome declined because it had a senate, and now that's going to happen to us with both a senate and a purse. So, Rogers. Thank you.
All right, any questions for these guys?